what's the, how far has it grown? Like, where have you been shipping to that kind of surprised you? And, you know what I mean? What custom jobs you've done that's been, you know, maybe out of the country? I know it's global now, so they kind of talk about that and expand, you know, that far.
You know, actually, man, I got lucky in the beginning. My first custom I did it for a friend at school when I was going to Warner Robins. It was a pair of Oreo 6s, and I think we turned them into like Thunder 6s. Well, dude, of course we all in high school, so he ended up, his foot got a little bit bigger and he couldn't wear the shoes anymore, so we decided to put them on Instagram and just try to sell them. So realistically speaking, man, my first custom ever went to Bangkok, Thailand. That which is wild in itself, because I ain't even been out of the country. Shit, I still don't have a passport, so that's even crazy. But I'll say the craziest thing would probably be, like, I was in a mall up here one day, and a dude had on the Freddy Kruger 4's that I did. That was wild, because I mean, even at that time I wasn't staying in Atlanta, so just to like be up here, walk around the mall and see somebody with some shoes on that I did, and I ain't never met this guy before, that was crazy. Right after high school, I did get a chance to do a pair of shoes for DJ Greg Street. That was real cool. I've done a few customs that just got highlighted by, you know, a different couple blogs and stuff. Like even right now, shit, my roommate Martin that you got to meet earlier, we got to talking in class, bro, and he was telling me about these shoes he had seen on like Sneaker News or something, like when he was in high school, and I was like, shit, bro, I actually did those. And now we actually stay together, so that's, you know what I'm saying, like shit like that just be crazy, man, because when you doing it, you don't really think too much of it, but outside, when other people looking in on it, even if it's not as detailed or whatever the case may be, like some people look at what you doing and think it's the best thing in the world, and you probably like, man, that was just some shit. Except like, you know what I'm saying, like Nebraska or some shit like that, just stuff that's like out in the middle of nowhere. But yeah, I've sent stuff to Africa, Australia, Germany, the UK, London, all these different countries, and I ain't been out of the country. So and I'm from Macon, so that's crazy, man. That's real crazy.
Yeah, man. It's funny, man, that you just brought up the Freddy, man, because I know you seen me over there smile, man. I just thought in my head, man, like, you know what? Everybody running off with that one, man. I see, man. You know, let's talk about it.
Hey, man. Let's talk about it. Look, man. So you know, I'm never gonna be the person, like, as a creative person.
Hold on, I don't mean to cut you off, but didn't Nike do like a official?
Yeah. So where my design initially came from, Nike did a Freddy Kruger SB like some years and years and years ago. But that shit is so expensive now, like, or even at that time when I made those shoes, that I literally made them for the simple fact I knew I would never be able to get the SBs, and the Jordan 4 just kind of worked perfectly. I know, like, now, you know what I'm saying, they coming out the woodworks with all the Freddy Kruger SBs, man, but the true fans know who did it first. What I will say though is that back then, I was doing it to the best of my ability as far as like painting shit is concerned. I think the one that's going viral now, they do it like actually handmade, all of that. So that's real dope. I also understand, just as a creative person, and I wish more people understood this. Man, there's billions of people in the world. There's no way you're gonna be the only person with an idea. You might be the only person to like really go through with it, but somebody else had that idea too. So even, you know what I'm saying, even in those situations where like recently that the Jordan 1 is going viral for the Freddy Kruger design, I can't even be mad at it, man, because, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, I know that I'm not the only person to have that idea. I'm not going to be the only person to have that idea. Somebody else going to come through and do it 10 times better than I did it. I just think that at that time, when I did do it, it was hot, because at that time, nobody had really messed with the Jordan 4 like that. I think I did like 3 variations, and even to this day, man, that's probably my favorite custom. I really need to make a pair for my damn self, honestly.
What is like some of your other favorite customs? They can be some you designed or some that you've seen out there. And like what's like some of your favorite, like, you know what I'm saying, just releases over time?
So as far as like my personal work, I would definitely have to say the Freddy Kruger 4's, the Weatherman KD6's. While we was working on that, I kind of knew that was gonna go. I had a feeling that was gonna go, and it did exactly what I thought it was gonna do. The Da Vinci Rocher Run, man, that should change my life. Actually, I would say that shoot in itself showed me that not only I could do this as a business, but I could like do this and make like some real money. Man, it was so many times where like I had so many blanks for Rochers, like to the point where that shit filled my whole bed up. The Rocher is probably the shoe that I sold the most of. I sent it to the most places as far as like states and different countries. So that was just real crazy. As far as like customs from other people, I can't name like the customs per se off my head, but people's work that I pay attention to. My homie Minnie Maid Poppy, my other homie Hoop Fresh. They do like a lot of remakings of Jordan 1s, but just throwing their own twist on it. Like my homie Hoop Fresh, man, he really out here making satin Jordan 1s, but like in the colorways that people would want. But he's also going the extra mile by giving you like a satin box, satin insole. Just I think that's what hand making shoes allows you to do, man. It allows you to take the things that people already know and love, but put your own touch and spin to it and just increase the quality. I've taken apart a lot of shoes now, and shit y'all paying for, man, is not what you know what I'm saying. It's just not what you think it is. It's the shoes, as far as quality is concerned, is terrible. So to see people like making customs and that becoming like a huge thing, and people being able to make customs better than what's coming out from like Jordan and Nike is crazy to me. But yeah, those two guys. The GOAT, JBF Customs, I had a chance of taking a class with him. His work will always be, actually seeing it in person, man, like that's different. The fact that people can do some shit like that with their own bare hands is by far the craziest thing ever to me. But to be honest with you, man, I really haven't been keeping up with shoes like that. I know I still, have started picking shoes up recently, but a lot of the things I be paying attention to is more so like leather work. And people, designing bags and all type of shit like that, like Sharon Barber and Etai, man, them two guys go crazy. And that's kind of where we're trying to take it next.